Hello, 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 and welcome to the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream happening every Thursday at 3 o'clock. Now, today's live stream is a little different, but I'm not going to tell you why. We normally have this, no, not normally, since I think March, I've been having these uh, live streams every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is meant to be a casual weekly event as opposed to the Good Vibes TV show, which you can find on our YouTube channel. You can also find a special edition of this live stream on Amazon Live. Did you know that Amazon has live streams? So I have special edition that I do for that. And the easiest way to reach out or to get any of our information or offerings is to go to www.good-vibes.tv. So check it out. Now, this show is all about the good vibes lifestyle. I really want to start a movement, where we are focused, where I'm encouraging you, us, we to, be aware of our vibration, be aware of what we're thinking, be aware where we're focusing our energy, because where we're focusing our energy is how we're creating our reality and how we're bringing more of that into our lives. And where we want to go is to live in the flow and be working with nature and with the universe and doing this beautiful divine dance, and being in harmony. So we're living the good vibes lifestyle. Um, all right. Well, I love to share in this live stream not only tips on ways you can raise your vibration, but also about what's going on, like astrologically, with the planets, with the moon. Currently we are, whoopsie, that's interesting. Um, Currently we are, there we go. Currently we are in the waxing phase of the moon, heading toward the full moon on the 29th of September. But the most recent news, most important thing is that we're out of this Mercury retrograde, pretty much. Mercury stationed last week on September 15th. So things are moving forward now. Energies should be shifted and things are moving forward. And in 2 days, we've got the fall equinox. Fall equinox, it's similar to the spring equinox in that it's the time where almost equal day and light. And it's a time of balance. It's a time of cleaning out, decluttering. It's the time of the harvest as well. And that's why the full moon that happens on the 29th in about a week, um, is called the harvest moon, because this is typically when the farmers would harvest their crops. This is the full time of the season where they're doing their final harvest. The first harvest starts back in August around Lammas. So these are the pagan cycles, the pagan words for the different equinoxes, solstices, times of the year, um, when the seasons change. And it's important to know this stuff because being in touch and in tune with nature, we can live in balance more, be in harmony. We're not separate from nature. We're, you know, everything in the earth is how we feed ourselves, how we live, our life force, energy between the sun and then Mother Earth. We're part of her. We're her child. So we need to be in harmony with that, because when we're not, then that's when disease happens. That's when we get sick. That's when we're not feeling well. That's when we're low vibing. So anyway, this is why I like to share the astrological news of the day. So again, full moon coming up, but we're in the waxing phase. So that means things are growing, things are blossoming. Now we're out of the retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Now, there are I think 5 or 6 other planets that are retrograde right now, but it's all good. Just know that some of the energy has lightened up and we're moving forward. Now, what I love to do now is talk about UFO, UAP disclosure. I want to remind you, if you have watched previous episodes, I've talked about Dr. Stephen Greer, and I have the website there. And what I want to show you is, let's see, how can I do this so that you can hear me? Because the last time I did this, there was no sound. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so this is Dr. Stephen Greer's website, and I want to encourage you. I'm going to do a call for some spiritual activism. Dr. Stephen Greer, do it this way because this way I know that you will see the screen and be able to hear me. Dr. Stephen Greer, if you go to his website, he's all about disclosure, and he's been working for the last 30 years, and he needs our help. And the activism I'm asking you to do is to send a message to Congress. Uh, you know, what you say matters, and Dr. Greer makes it so easy. So all you have to do is click on this button. And I already did this before. So we want to urge Congress to create a select committee with subpoena power for full disclosure. And they make it easy. There is I think you just click on that and you enter your information. So I'm going to do it right now. But I may take this off the screen so you don't see my personal information, because you do have to put, let's do, and I'm going to take it off the screen because I don't want you to see my street address. And you need the street address. Let's see, how do I do this? Take this out. Okay. You can't, you have to put your street address so the app here or the bot knows. Okay, now I can go back. Here we go. So I put in my information, and here it helps you write the actual letter, email. And it goes to the president, to the vice president, to the senator, my senators. So when you put your address in there, it knows exactly who your senators and representatives are. And you can just send it as is, or you can just, you can add your own information in there or just send the message. So I'm just going to send the message. And I know a couple of weeks ago when I told you about this, there was like a different letter. So now this is updated, and every time there's like new information, it's important to kind of get a deluge of letters, emails to our Congress people to put the pressure on them, because each email they see as 100 to 1,000 constituents. It kind of counts. This is how we have our our American power, political power, is by doing things like this. This is why I was calling it activism. Spiritual activism, because we're all about spirituality here, metaphysics, understanding the bigger picture of things, how we're all connected. And it's important to not just do things in meditation, but to do things on a physical level when we have the opportunity to. So anyway, that's the end of my little update there on the UFOs and UAP disclosure project. So now let's talk about Oraclepalooza. This just happened this past weekend, and it was wonderful. It was my third one. So Colette Barron Reed, she's created many decks, and the Oracle deck that was featured this year was the Dreamweaver's Oracle. And very, very, very cool. So what I did last week was pick a card for us. So I figured I'd do it again. Last week, I think we got the Sasquatch one, which was pretty interesting because it was about spiritual narcolepsy. So I think that was a call to being aware of your relationship to the divine. and realizing the divinity in you and how you co-create with the universe. We're not victims here. So I'm going to pick a card here, and let's ask the question. What is the message you want us to know right now, Spirit? And I'm going to pick a card, and it says, let the fire dragons sleep. You can see what the card looks like. Let the fire dragons sleep. Now I'm going to read to you what this means. Okay, so the essential meaning is a warning to stay out of drama, respecting the consequences of possible dangerous outcomes, dealing with contrary people. Fire dragons are powerful and uncontrollable. By their very nature, they can cause destruction and damage that can take a long time to heal from. These creatures like their rest. They don't like to be awakened by a stranger. When this card arrives, it's a gentle warning that whatever situation or person is inviting you to dance with anger, jealousy, or resentment must be avoided. This is not a time for battle or even engaging in argument, because there is no underlying strategy or logic to the situation at hand. You will suffer, sorry, you will cause yourself and others unnecessary suffering if you take this on, because you're sure to lose. Do not let anyone or any situation provoke you. Know the situation is rooted in deep unhealed wound, one either inflicted by you or projected onto you. This situation cannot be healed through this expression, for it could become an indulgence and misuse of power. That said, the fire dragons are not your enemy. They arrive to warn you when you are about to make a choice that could potentially hurt you. Be thankful for this. You can say no and choose to move away from the danger to higher ground. Have a sense of humor now, for laughter tickles the fire dragons, lulling them to their rest. So let the fire dragons sleep, content and curled up in their cave. You will be so glad you did. Your weaving must remain true to the patterns you want to see more of and the stories of your journey to be proud of. If you keep to the road of your destiny and your eyes on the prize, holding space for your unique gifts, your light will be a beacon of hope for us all. So to me, that means staying out of the drama, right? I was encouraging you to take some spiritual activism steps by writing your Congress people. And I think there's a balance. You don't want to get sucked into the drama of what's happening. You need to be aware of it. But you don't want to also not do anything, because, it's important to take action and to make a difference in the world. And, because we're in a democracy, it's like, let's, utilize those muscles, because if we don't, we'll lose them. So that's my little message or interpretation of that card. So did you like that? If you like her cards, I do have them on my Amazon store, and all you have to do is go to good-vibes.tv. That'll take you right to it. Okay, so next coming up that I want to talk to you about, I mentioned it last week, and yesterday the Food Revolution Summit Docuseries started. So you can watch it live for like the first 24 hours, and then it goes to the next one. So you still have time. And what I'll do is I'll play a little clip from here, and I'm going to give you a different link to use, because this link that says tinyurl.com/capital G, capital V, capital T, capital V, then small plant-based. That will take you to a different link where you can download a free PDF guide on how to eat plant-based. So it's a cool little guide. So you get that if you use this link, and I will put it in the comments. But here's a little snippet about the docuseries.
Food revolution, because food is the #1 cause of death in the United States. And so if there was one decision that we were going to make to improve the health and well-being of our families, it would be to eat healthier.
But you never imagine that you show up at Taco Bell or Jack in the Box and the little box talks to you and it's like, hello, have you tried a cheese quesadilla today? That's your government talking to you.
It's not really a healthcare system, it's a sick care system. If you look at the dollars, if you look at how money flows, it flows, again, towards procedures, it flows towards pharmaceutical companies. There's a lot of people that are actually not motivated to make people better. Hospital systems actually make their money when you're sick. Pharmaceuticals actually make their money when you're sick.
When we're thinking about our eating habits, our cultural traditions, looking at it from a loving but also wondrous point of view, I think can really be nice. We can make little adjustments that feel like they're in greater alignment with care for all.
The status quo is fueling rampant disease and it's polluting our environment. But we can do better, and the time is now.
It's time for Food Revolution.
The food revolution is taking over.
The food revolution is life-changing.
The food revolution is essential.
Empowering.
Imperative.
The food revolution is rooted in compassion.
Inspiring.
Fantastic.
Life-saving.
The food revolution is transformative. It's powerful. And it's much needed in this time.
It's time for a food revolution.
It is time for a food revolution.
It's time for a food revolution.
In the Food Revolution Summit, you'll find out what's really going on behind the scenes in our food system. And you'll learn what the latest research tells us about how you can reclaim your health and be part of the solution on planet Earth. This could be the biggest online gathering of food revolutionaries in the history of the world. See you there. Let's do this.
And that was the little promo that they do for it. So I was telling you that I'm going to give you the link here. And this is the link, plant-based, that will get you the free PDF on how to go plant-based, how to eat a plant-based diet. All right, so that was the summit. Now I'm going to talk about, I mentioned last week, the artofconnection.com, or Art of Connection Summit, that is actually happening at this very hour. So what I talked about earlier, how I was going to be, how this live stream is a little bit different is because it's actually pre-recorded. So I could be at the summit at the same time. So if you're watching this, you missed half the summit, and I don't know that you want to try to attend at this point, but there's always next year. However, I do want to talk to you about the book. So the Art of Connection series, it's a series of 4 books now. The first 3 have already been published. They are 365 quotes on different themes. Each book had a different theme, from networking to inspiration to transformation. And this book is specifically about gratitude. And I'm so excited that I will have a page in the book. And I also have the opportunity for you to be in the book and have your own page. And I have a special discount that I will put in the link below. So you could go to the 365 Days of Gratitude website here, and actually I can pull this up for you. And how shall we do this? That's the right one. Okay. So this is the website when you go to 365 Days of Gratitude. And on the website, you'll learn all about it. And what's really cool about being in this book is that this book is in the Library of Congress. It is an international best-selling book series. You get an approved authorship credit via Amazon. So you're an Amazon author, and you can sell the book if you're an Amazon affiliate, and make money that way. It's also received an award for the International Holistic Business Award, or they're a nominee actually for 2023, and they've had nearly 120 international achievements with this book series. So you can reserve your page actually here, but you're going to want to use my link because then you can get $248 off, and it makes it so affordable. So I want to share that with you. And again, my link, it's really long. I mean, I'll put it here, but see how long on it, see what I mean? So I will put this discount link in the comments below, specifically on my YouTube channel. And I'm very happy. Here's a picture of Robert W. Jones, who is the publisher of this book series. He does it with he has a partner, I believe, as well with each of the series. And Robert W. Jones will be, I'm excited to announce, my next interview for Good Vibes TV, which will air this Sunday on the 24th at noon. So season 3 continues, and you'll see that. And then next week, I have another person that I'll be interviewing that I'll share about next week. But I'm just excited to share that with you. So check it out this Sunday, our next episode with Robert, and you will really enjoy him. He's really a cool person. So now let's talk about the tip, because I always promise a tip to raise your vibration. So last week's tip was to work with an oracle deck. Have you done that? Do you do that? And what were your results? Please comment and let us know. And this week's tip, to follow along with the conversation with Robert, the tip is to become an author. And how does that raise your vibration? Well, to be an author, you're writing a message, and you really have to be in tune with yourself. And you go through this whole process of questioning, even, who am I to write a book or write a chapter in a book or be published? Who am I? So you go through all those. It helps you clear up the lower vibrations of self-doubt and things like that, self-bullying, the negative thoughts. You need to clear those away. And then you get to the point of self-love and say, hey, I have a voice. I have something to say. What I think and want to share matters. And it's true. We all matter. Everybody has a message within them. So this is a really cool way to become an author. And Robert is one of many publishers, collaborative publishers. I have another one that's also on my link tree. If you go to good-vibes.tv, you can see it. But that one is different because that's a full chapter. This is in a 365 a day quote book that people will refer to over and over and over again. You have your contact information in there. So it's a great marketing tool. And what else about this book? And being a collaborative author is that you become part of a network of those in that book. So potentially 365 different people that you will connect with in this book, that then you open up the door for collaboration opportunities, sharing different interviews on different platforms. You never know. Or just clients. You could find clients, or if you're looking for a certain kind of coach, you can find, what you're looking for, you can find in the network of a collaborative book, collaboration book. So anyway, that is my suggestion, to become an author, because that will raise your vibration, because you will have a totally different, you'll be a different person when you come out on the other side, when you get your book in the mail for the first time and see you on there as an author. It raises your vibration. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Well, this concludes this edition of Good Vibes TV. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you got some good information. If you did, please like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. And remember to raise your vibe so you can thrive. Peace out, everybody.